this area where Baltimore is such a huge economic engine, don't really understand that much about the port itself or the air freight activity itself. And most people can have a clear visual of a ship or an airplane or a truck or a big crane that's moving freight. But when you tell somebody you're a freight forwarder or a customs broker, you often see their eyes glaze over because they don't really see how that fits in all this. Basically, a freight forwarder, what we do, we represent importers and exporters. We arranged for their goods to be moved from point A to point B. For us, that means we're looking at the marketplace. We get the information on their product, what's sensitive about it, does it require special handling in any way, what is the destination or the origin. We pull all that information together. We also get information on their transit time requirements, what they're trying to accomplish with this move, and exactly what is their budget, what are the economics they're dealing with on this. So that then we go to the marketplace and find out what is the best means to move that product from that origin point to that destination point. So we make the arrangements, book the cargo on the vessel or the airplane, and then we do all the documentation and behind the scenes paperwork to make sure that they're moving this product in compliance with regulations, both overseas and US. We are very highly regulated, and there are a multitude of government agencies that are interested in our imports and exports. Customs and Border Protection is the main enforcement arm for our border control with goods. But there are many government agencies, depending upon the product, that could be interested. Food and Drug Administration, USDA, EPA. There are about 50 other government agencies who could possibly be interested in an import or export product and want to know what we're doing, how we're doing it, are we complying with all the regulations that relate to that product. So that's the role on the freight forwarding side. On the customs brokerage side, it's basically clearing the goods through customs, arranging for the release of the cargo from the carrier, and making the final delivery to the point, the warehouse or the plant where the importer needs his cargo to go. Our industry is still very much a fractured industry in that we have over 5,000 companies in the country that do what we do. In Baltimore alone, there's probably 70 or so companies that are in our directory that offer some type of freight forwarding or customs brokerage service. How we differentiate ourselves is that, first of all, technology, with the changes in technology, we can now get much of the technology that those larger companies have. We have access to that too. So we feel we can compete on a technology basis. We also believe that our business is still, to a very large extent, a personal service business. Anybody can move a piece of freight or a container from Baltimore to Germany. But when there's a special requirement or special need or special regulation that has to be met, or a problem with the shipment, that's when the personal service aspect really comes in. We develop relationships with our customers. We know their products. We know the special needs they may have, whether it's a frozen seafood, whether it's a hazardous good, or whether it's a special defense or aerospace product that has special export licenses that's required. Those companies want to make sure that they comply with the government regulations, because if they don't, there's stiff penalties and fines, and possibly even losing the right to import or export that product. So our expertise and our personal attention to those type of shipments are what really differentiates us from our competition.